As you saw on the video cover, I'm being threatened, I'm getting threats, and that's nothing new. I've always been threatened. Remember that God has made me a prophet to the nations, and I cause losses for some elites and for some governments. No, I cause them discredit, since I tell the truth and bring their secrets to light. State secrets. Things they are planning in secret. Elite, government, politicians, and this causes them to a certain extent loss. But anyway, today I'm going to talk to you about some threats that I've been receiving. And I received a threat where they told me that there is an attack planned against me, that I should be careful, and it was like they were sending me a message. This person wrote to me from an unknown number, told me to be careful, that there is an attack planned against me, like trying to intimidate me. Of course, because there are people who are bothered and are losing out because of what God is revealing to me. But now, let them come. Go ahead. I'll be waiting for them, those people who threatened me. I'm not going to file any report or any kind of complaint. No. I know the God I serve. If you believe and you're convinced that you can hurt me, go ahead. I'll be waiting for you wherever you want, however you say. If you think you're convinced that you're going to hurt me, go ahead. I'll be waiting for you. If God doesn't kill them one by one in front of me, I'll stop being a prophet, I'll throw away my Bible, and I'll leave the gospel. If God doesn't kill them one by one, doesn't humble them in front of me. The last time someone pointed a gun at me was in Gualegi. 2 of them came out. 2 young men came out while I was at a vigil. It was 4 in the morning. One of them pointing a gun at me, the other saying, "Shoot him, look at him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him." They were pointing a gun at me. I remember it was like a 9, a black gun. It was black and it had like a red silencer. And I told him, "Shoot me. If the God I serve and who is with me allows that gun to fire, do it." And the other one said, "What are you waiting for? Do it. Go ahead. Do it." When the kid pulled the trigger, all you heard was click, click, click from the hammer, but no bullet came out. The guy froze and started shaking. I told him I'm a Christian, and he wondered why the gun jammed. God jammed it, and the other guy just froze. I said, "Seek God," and he started crying. The other guy there was shaking, "Brother." I told them I'd pray for them and started. Then God revealed their lives to me. In the middle of the night, I saw the angel of death, but I told him, because the prophet has a challenging word. Brother, the prophet has a spirit. What makes the prophet different from the rest and from the crowd is that when God chooses a prophet, he chooses him with a superior spirit. That's why Joseph Daniel had a superior spirit. The prophet speaks what others won't, which leads to persecution. Many persecute me because I say what others fear to, things people keep quiet about, but I speak out. Now, a bunch of showbiz people are coming out everywhere. I also saw a recycled YouTuber, one of those recycled YouTubers who put fake titles and thumbnails just to get views. Talking about me, mentioning my name, just saying nonsense, this content recycler. I was about to make a video rebuking that lazy charlatan, because that's what he is. But God told me to calm down and not waste my time, since prophets don't do that. And God rebuked me. Look, I'm going to tell you this here. God rebuked me for the video I made, clarifying the prophetic word that God gave me about the young man who passed away. God rebuked me for that. I shouldn't have made that statement. That's what the Lord told me. For me, the prophet gives the word and leaves. Normally, whoever believes it, believes it. Whoever likes it, likes it. And whoever doesn't like it, doesn't like it. I know the truth hurts, but that's the truth, period. That's the truth, period. Because God didn't give me prophecy for me to be warning anyone about it. When God wants me to warn someone, he gives me their full name and location, just as he has revealed before. Catastrophe details, name, last name, place, are shared. Check the channel for those videos. We have given prophecy to Enrique Iglesia by full name, to the C, and to the President of Korea by full name. Look there so you can see the President of Brazil, the former President of Brazil with name and last name. A pedophile scandal? All those prophecies include a year and date because we didn't come here to guess or play games. I see. What happens is that there are a lot of people, brother, who are so blinded by idolatry, worshiping and venerating men. But on Judgment Day, there will be many surprises. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just making this video because I know much of what they've threatened me with. Elites come after me. Elites come after me. Why do elites come after me? Because God has given me a unique message, and a lot of people lose when God reveals hidden things to me, things that have to do with people. From 2020 to 2030, I've entered countries, brother. I told him what happened to me in Ecuador in 2021. They refused to let me in, so I explained why. They took me to a small room, checked my video, and exchanged looks. Fortunately, the next person, a Christian, understood the situation. Because the elite are after me, they want to silence me, and there are also many Christians who are after me. Of course, because I came to break that diabolical and demonic pattern that exists in the Dominican Republic, which has a lot of people caught up in this. A bunch of showbiz people and gossips making videos saying that God told them something when God never said anything. People calling themselves prophets. This is a joke. This is a mess. They've cheapened and exploited the prophetic with people fabricating testimonies. God will begin removing those individuals. The truth hurts many people, but let it hurt. I'll always say what God tells me. I have given him a word. God has connected me with people who have taken me to the presidential palace, and I have given a word to the cabinet of my country's government. To Bukele, with name, last name, and date of what was going to happen to him. Luckily, they prayed, they watched the video, and they were able to stop that attack, which was meant for Bukele. Just as God showed me, that's how I imitated it. They realized because of the video and what the Lord showed me, they went and stopped it. And because of the prayer in me and from you all who pray as well. That was stopped. God had mercy and it was stopped. And they were able to catch those gang members who were planning to do such a terrible atrocity. So, is that why there's a price on my head? But who told you that I'm going to be intimidated? I'm not going to be intimidated. Brother, I've been in front of gang members, I've been in front of people of high rank. They've taken me, brother, to people of high rank, and we've seen each other face to face. I've spoken to them without fear. Do you think I'll be intimidated? 2, 3, some bootlickers from here? No. They know where I go back to, and I repeat, those people who wrote to me threatening me. I'm not going to file a complaint wherever you want. And I live in Villamella, so, like you say, I'm there, brothers. I have nothing to be afraid of. I know who's with me. Let's see, is the God I serve made of plaster or wood? Let's see if he's made of plaster wood or if he's alive, if he rose on the third day. Because this nonsense is going to end here. This nonsense is going to end here, my beloved. And together with me. There's also a generation coming up behind that doesn't tolerate sin. Because there are a lot of so-called prophets here, but most of them are paper prophets, prophets of Ahab, who only prophesy for money and only prophesy good things. None of them challenge the system or address sin. What is the system in the Dominican Republic? A group of people telling lies to get money and speaking badly about the men of God, putting false titles in thumbnails, false titles, thumbnails, false prophet. So-and-so says this when that man never said that. Pastor from such and such place says this, brother, when in reality, that pastor never said that. A group of showbiz people, brother, content recyclers to get money. Because they're lazy. Lazy from Narnia. Lazy, charlatans, shameless, who don't want to work. I've seen people, brother, who start watching even my own prophecy. They've sent me videos of those charlatans. They watch my prophecy, and after they watch my prophecy video, they make a video saying that God told them the same thing, copying my prophecy and saying the same thing God told me, but only after they heard it from me. Then they attack me, because I dare to say what not everyone dares to say. But this mess is going to end here, my beloved. This mess is going to end here. All the worldwide prophecies I've given, 80% of them I've given with place, name, and surname, and with year, with date. Here we don't just shoot blindly. Here we're clear about what we say. Here we're totally clear about what we say. Since 2020, we've spoken clearly. With the place, country, year, it will happen. And what will happen? Name and surname of the person. And if God doesn't give me a name, he at least gives me the place and such person. I see a person who belongs to this. For example, God told me he's going to shake up the urban genre. Something is going to happen in the year 2024. He told me the year, he told me the date, 2024. He told me the place. Puerto Rico, not the Dominican Republic, not Brazilian, no, not Colombian. Puerto Rico, what I'm going to do is going to shake up the urban genre. And I saw him lying in a car. Brother, I told you in advance what would happen, because a prophet says what he sees. Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel. What do you see? God asked Jeremiah, I see a pot to the north of the city. Then tell them the pot is boiling over that city. Ezekiel, what do you see? I see a valley of dry bones. Because prophets see. So when I say what I am seeing, I generate attacks against all of that. Brother prophet, look at how they died and the apostles for the truth because they confronted the system. I don't trust people who claim to have a calling but just sit behind a chair or an altar and just sugarcoating things for people and conspiring with people for money. Here we have no commitment to anyone, my beloved, to no one. The day that even I, brother, God gives me a word through someone, I will humbly accept it, bow my head, and thank God. Because I know the school I come from. I come from the school of Luis Urba. That's my calling. I come from the lineage, from the style of Luis Urba. And there is a generation that, just like me and behind me, is rising up without any commitment to anyone. Because here on earth, there are currently few prophets left with the style and biblical essence that a prophet should have according to the Bible. So that you are clear, and I flow by the glory of God. The Lord has given me the 9 gifts. I have the 9 gifts for the glory of the Lord, the 9 gifts one after another. And people know. Those who don't know, we know. We have traveled the world, different nations, preaching, expanding, revival. The videos are there, paralytics walking. Look, brother, I was going to do something, but God told me not to waste my time. I was planning to challenge those people talking nonsense and doubting me. God uses me in prophecy. Whether. It wasn't for so-and-so, the prophecy. Whether. It wasn't for so-and-so, that it wasn't for that preacher who passed away here, there. I was going to challenge those nonsense talkers. What are they saying? Just whatever comes to mind, brother, since most are preachers and pastors. I was going to challenge them to an event, one by one, to see which God answers with fire, to see if God uses me or not in prophecy. So what? And let them put 50 paralyzed people right there with us. And let's see if it's fake or real. The God who is with me, but God told me, God doesn't stay silent. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. What I've given you is not for that. But believe me, I was very close to doing it. Challenge all those demagogic preachers live, the ones who spoke out against what God showed me. Because there are people who think I'm just talking, playing games, without knowing my background, without knowing the dimension and the level. That God hasn't used, brother, to be where we are and to deliver the prophetic word. People who don't know, who aren't aware of the background or the level, and why. They talk without understanding or seeing, just repeating what they first saw, heard, or were told. The prophet owes no commitment to anyone. If God told you to say they'll be cut off, then that's what will happen. If God said it and you repeated it, it's done. There are things that God tells you that aren't even for you to say. There are other things that God tells you. And that's it. That creates controversy. I said it clearly. The video says it. Things that are going to happen in 2024, not in 2025, 2024. Things that are definitely going to happen, not in 2026, 2024. A famous Dominican evangelist preacher passed away. That's it. That caused controversy. My beloved, but I don't have to explain myself to anyone. I'm simply making this video so that the person who threatened me, saying there's an attack against me, knows. We're telling them in this video we won't file a complaint and we'll meet them wherever they choose to prove our point. Is the God I serve made of wood or plaster? Because my fight is not against flesh and blood. I'm not going to waste my time filing a complaint, since I'm not against flesh and blood, and I'm not going to waste my time. To demagogues out there, to content recyclers, to people whose only contribution to the gospel has been to cause harm. Because of people like that, others don't convert, since they see fake videos of preachers supposedly saying things they never actually said, and these scavengers make sure to put words in those preachers' mouths that they never spoke. I don't waste time responding to those people, my beloved, because I know the level and place God has given me. I won't lower myself to those demagogues in front of people who just want 15 seconds of fame, who want you to mention a name so they can have 15 seconds of fame. No, we're not going to give it to them. We're not going to give it to them. It's that simple. Shameless people with no fear of God watch someone's videos and claim God spoke to them. Those are the ones God will cut off. Get ready. So I'm making this video so they understand my struggle, not against flesh and blood. I'm not going to waste my time responding to anything or anyone or filing complaints because they're reporting me. No. Wherever you want, I'm going to show you that the God I serve is not made of stick or wood, not of stick or wood. So you can go and try to attack me, not of stick or wood. Come to Villamella, I'll be waiting for you here. I'll be waiting for you here so you can understand and know, once and for all, that the God I serve has power. If I come back alone and they don't fall before me, it's because I know what I've faced. That's nothing. They can't intimidate me because I know what I've been through. I know the level of what God has given me perfectly. I know it, my beloved, when I was in Honduras. In the year 2022, hurricanes Iota and ETA and Iota, ETA was first, ETA and Iota in Honduras. Camelican neighborhood, San Pedro Sula. I stood before those at Avivamiento Church. In my city, they were witnesses. When I prophesied and said I see a river coming in, and to a female pastor as well, God spoke to her already. God also confirmed again what he was saying. But many people, brother, were like, when I said that, I see a river coming in here. I see a flood, brother. At that time, the skies weren't even cloudy. Nobody knew anything about that. I'm telling you, this happened in November 2020. I started saying that around April. In April 2020, I see the sky cloudy. I see birds, like I see blackbirds flying and the sky cloudy. And I see people running and I see the river coming in, and it comes in so strong that I see people running and I see how desperate they are to get out like that. My vision was just like that, brother. Then the pastors, crying, told me, wow, man, truly, God reveals things to you in a powerful way and in an event, brother, in this very city. I pointed at the moon because there were people who were doubting. They were doubting about what was placed in me. And God told me, I am going to do something with you that will mark this place. I pointed at the moon and asked, who's doubting? What proposal and who doubts? Do you want to see if God uses me, brother? When I pointed at the moon, it turned red in front of everyone who was there, red, brother. That was something tremendous. And I said, don't push me too much, because I can pray to God for fire to fall from heaven here. Don't push me too much, please. Brother, I want those who threatened me to show up. We'll be waiting. Let's see if they're tough or just pretending. I don't think I'm the big deal. I'm just sure of who is with me and who called me. Don't get it twisted. I'm not like the rest. I'm not just part of the crowd. Don't get it twisted. God bless everyone who's watching me. Like the video, follow me on Facebook for prayer as Diony De La Rosa and on Instagram as Prophet Diony De La Rosa. Shalom Ubracha.